What's good, y'all? We back for y'all with another motherfucking podcast. Every time. And I was wrong on the last video. I thought we was on episode 9. We were on episode 10. That means now we're on episode 11. I'm pretty sure.
No, today is episode 10.
You are? You sure?
Yeah.
I looked on our... Who are we? Wifey.
Did you look on YouTube or on Spotify?
I think I looked on Spotify. Unless you have it marked. Oh, maybe it was on YouTube that we have it. I don't know. Wrong. Oh, yeah, so I was wrong. I was right last week. So we're on episode 10 today, y'all. Can't even keep up. We busting these joints out. We done missed 1 week. And I feel like that was a national weather disaster, so I should get a pass. Okay? Okay? Y'all understand? Okay. Just as long as y'all understand. But we back, as usual. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video.
I'm not gonna put shit up here. Why did I keep putting?
Yo, y'all family be tripping sometimes. Leave it down in the comments below. Anyway, that was my mama. She called me, asked me to go pick up my cousin. Y'all, boy, can I just live my best life? Never, ever can I just live my best life.
It's always one of these kids. It's always one of them.
Nah, yeah, my family's like super close knit. They always calling me about something. So I'm texting my cousin now to see when she want me to come pick her up. I just like to give my mama a hard time.
That little baby need to learn how to drive, honey.
She really do, cause I got 5 on the car. I do, cause I'm tired of her.
I'm so tired.
Man, y'all ever be tired of a kid like just wanting to get a ride, but they old enough to drive? She about to be 17. Can we get a license? Can we get a license in a car around this joint? Like, you gonna have to start driving yourself. Anyway.
You know, your Aunt Mary said the license is just a piece of paper. Shout out to you, Aunt Mary.
My Aunt Mary did say that.
She said it's just a piece of paper. You don't really need it to drive. And
neither one of my oldest 2 cousins have licenses. They've been struggling ever since. You don't listen to no damn lady that was born in the 40s about whether she need her piece of paper or not.
Just a piece of paper. You don't need it.
Mary might have been born in the late 30s, to be quite honest.
Yeah, because she ain't like in her 70s, right? She.
My grandma was born in 49.
Oh, yeah.
And Mary's the oldest.
Oh, yeah.
So she might have been born in 38, 39. That lady, I'm not listening to nobody born in the 30s on whether they need that piece of paper or not.
She been here longer than me. She say, all it is a piece of paper.
Girl, shut up.
She say it just like that, too.
My Aunt Mary always be like, you look just like me. She not even related to you.
She told me that. She was like, baby, you look just like me. You beautiful.
She not even related to you.
Do you know who I am? Aunt Mary? Because I've only heard about you. I ain't never met you.
Boy.
She said, of course I do. I said, okay.
She lied. She don't know nothing.
You don't argue with old people.
Anyway.
You don't do that.
We're going to get into this podcast, y'all. We're going to get into this podcast, y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another wonderful day with Wifey and Wifey. I am Wavy, and this is Baby Say Hello.
Hey people, I'm Tuesday. Welcome to Wifey and Wifey. This podcast, my wife, me, Wifey, and Wifey. That's all I got for you. Remember to follow along with us on YouTube. We post the videos and other videos of our chaotic lives and beautiful faces. What are we talking about today?
Today we are going to be getting into compromising without losing yourself. And how insecurities affect your relationship. Affect your relationship. It's gonna be cray.
Okay. So this is gonna be one of those episodes.
Gonna be one of those days, y'all. But before we get into that, how are you today, love? Today, this week, this month, in life?
This week it's kind of been better than last week, which is good. Still kind of crazy transitioning to being a stay-at-home lesbian. But, you know, I'm hanging in there. Today's been fun. You've been off work with us, with the kids. Been hanging with you, spending your money. So, no complaints. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been an interesting week for us. I'm tired, but also excited that we've gained ground in our lives this week.
Yeah.
Come to some understandings of each other, even after 8 years.
Yeah.
So
we had to make some compromises, so it's a good time.
It's been a good little time. Especially today, we've been out shopping. That's my favorite pastime, as you know.
Somehow we only bought stuff for the kids, though.
Don't worry about it, because when my tax refund comes, I'm going to be on it. Get me a PS5. I'm going to be on all the websites every day, on Twitter. I don't even get on Twitter, so I know when they drop it, and I can buy one.
Side note, baby, you said we was only getting $20 back. Who PS5 you getting?
Baby, you a lie. Why y'all, if you could see her face, she's sitting up here just lying. Like, I really told her we was only getting $20
Maybe
back.
you was just playing, but you was like, we getting $19 back.
Oh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I didn't put a period in
Oh! Don't mind me, I'm crazy.
Anyway, when I get my taxes, I'm getting me a PS5. My baby's having a rough time right now.
I'm not the money person. I'm admin.
It's cool though. We're going to take a quick break so we can talk about this real quick. And we'll be right back. I did tell you $19.95, but I didn't tell you $20.
I was like, damn, $19. That's bullshit.
$19.85.
Girl, let me fill my Amazon cart up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'm the stay-at-home lesbian.
I mean, I'm giving you your $500, and the other rest is going in our porch college.
Okay, I can do that. Into
we each getting $5, and the other $9.85 going in savings.
Have y'all gotten y'all taxes back? What y'all gonna do? Buy an elephant? Let me know. Comment down below.
I ain't buying no elephant.
Some people is getting between these stimmies and taxes. People getting back like buy a Camaro outright money.
We are regular people. Just to be quite honest, look,
I don't have no kids to deduce from my taxes.
I live paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
We don't have any kids. So we usually owe on taxes, to be honest.
I guess that's why I thought you.
But this year we don't owe on taxes. We're actually getting taxes back. So I ain't balling like that. I'm not getting $10,000 back, $6,000 back for my taxes. Hey, when I get back, some of that joint got to go in savings. I am gonna give me a PS5, but only because my Xbox was confiscated by this child I have to go pick up later. Yeah, or else I would have an Xbox and I wouldn't be getting anything. So, I mean, it is what it is. But y'all, yeah, leave it down in the comments below. What y'all getting with y'all refund or whatever?
Which is
y'all stimmy, whatever. My stimmy gone.
Yeah, that's good.
But you know what I did with my stimmy? I was responsible. I paid off my credit cards. And, you know, that's the type of life I'm living in. I'm like, you know what? Let me pay off my credit cards and get my credit together, which is so we can get a house in a few years. Yeah. With this 401k I put money into every single paycheck every 2 weeks.
I can have somewhere comfortable to go be a stay-at-home lesbian.
I think sexy.
I'm gonna trademark that.
You know? Anyway, we back.
Are we?
We back. We back.
Okay.
We back. Once again, we are talking about compromising without losing yourself and how insecurities affect relationships. Your relationships with your partners, parents, friends, whoever.
All that jazz.
Facts.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Compromise.
Compromise?
Yeah.
Compromise.
That's first on the list.
Compromise and change go hand in hand. I think people sometimes use the word compromise when they mean change because they don't like the word change.
Yeah, people refer to change.
But sometimes the compromise is that you have to change. I don't really know what to tell you about it except for the fact that when you get into a relationship with somebody, some of the habits that you have and the things that you do will not be conducive to that relationship.
Yeah.
And we're not compromising. To me, a compromise is we're meeting in the middle. Like, oh, I kind of want pizza and you kind of want wings, so we go somewhere that sells both.
Yeah.
You know, that's a compromise. When somebody's doing something and it's literally like bad for the other person, it's not a compromise. You got to stop doing it. You can't be like, well, I know you hate this and it hurts you, but I'll just do it once a month. Like, that would be a compromise. No,
that actually reminds
it's got to be
me
cut out.
Of advice you gave one of our guy friends. Some relationship advice. He was coming to you and you told him about his girlfriend. You were like, you're trying to have a conversation and that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to tell her, basically, this is how it's going to be. It's not a conversation at all.
And this is not on no, like, put your foot down type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that particular situation it was very toxic and it was not good for anybody in it. And it was not one of the times for you to, oh, it's a crying child in the background. Y'all heard that? Hold on. Everybody. Anyway, yeah, that particular situation of his was not a situation where you needed to be compromising with somebody because it was physically and emotionally hurting him and somebody else in his life.
Yeah.
You know, why should I ever allow you to treat me or people I love that way? That's not a compromise. You need to stop doing this. This behavior is toxic. And why would you compromise with somebody to keep toxic behavior? That's a change. It's not a compromise.
Yeah.
And I know that people don't like to feel like they're changing for somebody else. But sometimes the changes you make when you're in a relationship are good changes. They get rid of toxic behavior. They allow you to grow as a person, spiritually, emotionally, whatever the case may be. So accept the change.
Yeah.
Me personally, that's just how I feel about it.
As someone who's found myself pressured to change because I'm the toxic one here, admittedly, I feel like I've never been forced to change. I've always had a choice where I could either continue down the path that I'm going and lose my relationship or change really for the better and let go of things that really don't even suit me and maintain my relationship and my happiness. So it's not like it's forceful, you know, but if you want to have a healthy relationship, you're going to have to change because I'm sure Wavy has had, I'm definitely have had things that she's changed for the better of us as a unit.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, I have a shopping problem. Yeah, I like to shop. And our finances have not always been the best. So I had to change the way I was with our finances and our money, you know. And I did that. I still actually mainly control our finances, but we're in a much better place than we were even 12 months ago and 6 months before that. You know what I'm saying? So that was not something I was able to compromise with her on. It was just something that I had to fix about myself. Yeah. You know, about kind of learning to go without things that I don't need but that I may want so that we could be okay financially as a couple, as a unit. And it was a change. It wasn't a compromise. We compromised on our furniture. You know what I mean? We compromised on a lot of different things, but this wasn't a compromise. So, but you do have to compromise for the sake of your relationship. Yeah. And sometimes you have to change for the sake of your relationship. I think I was kind of saying
they're
in the
not
beginning,
one and the same, but they're both important.
Yeah, they're important. I think I may be saying in the beginning how we came to a lot of agreements this week and kind of, you know, I think specifically, like, in our friend group, sometimes everybody feels like our relationship is this perfect thing, and it's not. We work hard to have the relationship that we have, and I think sometimes people don't understand the work that goes into it. Just a specific situation, just specifically this weekend, I love my goddaughter to death, but I told my friend, I was like, not this weekend. And it's like she thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because then she texts my wife like, oh, what you doing with the kids this weekend? Are they going to be over there at this time? My mama going to drop them off. And I was like, no. Because we've had a rough week together as a couple, and I don't need additional distractions on the one day where we could just be together and relax in the knowledge that we've gotten to a better place. But it's like they do that because in their mind, what issue have I had this week?
Yeah.
But it's like, I shouldn't have to tell you that I had an issue for you to respect the fact that I say, hey, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, I'm emotionally drained and I don't have it in me to do this thing that you want me to do. Because my relationship was rocky a few days ago, and I just need to luxuriate in the fact that we've crossed another milestone. But it's like, we had to change in that moment to become better. I don't know if y'all can hear these kids laughing, but we gotta pause because what the heck? Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
We had to resettle the children. We're back though. Let's do this.
Yeah, so I think people kind of underestimate, particularly with us, because we do the work even when we're going through hard times. We do the work to kind of get over it, and it's not like really sweeping things under the rug. We just try to address things as they come up. So a lot of the times people just kind of see the outward and think, oh, they are good, all is good, all is well. But everyone in every relationship has moments of stress and strife, because life puts stress and strife on you. And in our case, we've been going through a lot of life changes. Just in less than 90 days, we've gone from being a married couple, just the two of us and our little lazy dogs, to having 2 kids, 2 small children to take care of, having 2 incomes to going down to one of us being at home with the kids and one of us working. So that's a lot to kind of process, and I think the growing pains kind of finally came to a head, and I had to check myself. I think you checked me too, but it was really just the point of like being so stressed out and not having dealt with it the right way, to where I was blowing up like at everybody, and that wasn't okay. So we had to have like a long talk about it, and I kind of had to reflect and take a step back and kind of take, as you always, you know, I say that my wife is always right, but it really does seem like she is. She gives me good advice, and it takes me too long to really let it soak in. But just the frustration that I was having, and really even kind of going into like insecurities as well, because how can insecurities affect your relationship? My insecurities about my financial situation, my insecurities about what type of caretaker mother I am, all of that was really affecting us this week. And I did pretty much the worst thing I could do. I took that out on everyone around me instead of checking my shit at the door like I should have.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you have to check your shit at the door. Like, this is not a job where you can't have your emotions. But I think that having a conversation at the beginning of you being stressed is the thing to do.
Yeah.
Versus allowing stuff to build. And Donica's one of those people that feels like she can handle her own problems, so she never wants to, like...
Okay. Can you go back in the room? Don't even throw it away. Just go back in the room.
I need you to stay in the room until we come get you, okay?
Okay.
I guess I'll start at Donica's one of those people. You're going to have a lot of editing to do this episode.
It's going to be a joy.
I just think that Donica's one of those people that feels like she should be able to handle her own emotions and, like, figure things out for herself. So she wants to do it versus asking for the help in the beginning. And I'm not even saying, like, when it first comes up, but, like, if it's been 2 days and, like, you thought you could handle it and you're like, man, I still can't handle it, don't go 5 days not being able to handle it. You know, after day 2 and you're like, man, I'm still kind of stressed out, I really don't know what to do, then you come to me because I'm supposed to be your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the types of things that we say, like, when it comes to insecurities. Because, I mean, I also have my insecurities and anxieties about things. And to be honest, this is never the setup or situation that we thought we'd find ourselves in. Yeah. I am the one that's always been like, I want to stay at home with the kids. You know what I mean? Like, and some of you guys may find that weird. If you've only ever listened to the podcast, you may not know I am the more masculine presenting of the two of us, and Donica's the more feminine presenting one. So most people would assume that she's the one that would stay home, but I've always wanted to do it. I really had that type of mindset, like the cooking, the cleaning, the like moving around and taking care of kids and all of that. But the situation that we were in with our job and our finances, it did make sense to do that. Mm-hmm. So we had to adapt to that situation, and both of us are probably struggling. I do have my own anxieties about, like, being at work all the time and, like, missing out on things and, like, am I helping enough? You know what I mean? But it's like, those are conversations that we need to have with each other and share in the burden. And I think sometimes she's like, oh, well, you've been at work and you're tired, but I want to help you, you know. But if I don't know how I can help you other than the things that I'm doing, like, I don't know what I don't know. Yeah. You know, so you have to tell me what you need. And, you know, at that point, it just wasn't being expressed. Yeah. So, you know, things just come to a head.
Yeah, and I think even sometimes it's really weird because I'm very direct in most instances, but in, like, as far as, like, expressing my emotions, it's very muted or non-existent, or, like, I just don't speak up when it's necessary until it gets to... I'm really good at expressing anger. I'm not really good at expressing anything else. Because even, like, not necessarily passive-aggressive, but definitely, like, passive things, like, she'll come in to work from at, like, 9:30 at night, and the kids are supposed to be asleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and she'll come in and she'll be like, they're still awake, and I'll be like, they're doing whatever, girl, because I don't... And it's basically, like, that was almost like my way of saying, like, I don't have the energy to deal with them screaming, crying, kicking, fighting to go to bed. So they're doing whatever they're doing. And if you would like to step in, you can. But even with that instance, I could literally just say, hey, when you get here, can you put them to bed? Because I cannot.
Which, you know, I don't have a problem doing. And if they're up, I will end up doing it. But I almost feel like it's... Or I was, you know, we've kind of talked it out, but it's like, okay, I'll put them to bed, but then it's like the way I'm doing it, is that bothering you? Because it's like, we're different people, we're usually on the same page with most things, but it's different when you're having a discussion and then when things come into practice, how that kind of manifests itself. So, having a good discussion about what things need to be done really needed to be had at that time.
Yeah.
And this just makes us, want to discuss it with you guys and let you know what's going on and bring that up on this platform, on this podcast. Just makes me lose my train of thought. Can't even think.
Yeah, so this has been a fragmented episode because, kids, that be like that. But
yeah, what I was saying was, we want to bring it to you guys because it's important to realize that you can still have a healthy relationship, be 8 years into a relationship as we are. I think today's March 21st. We met April 21st, 2013. So, April 27, 2013. So, we're literally almost 8 years in right now. And we still struggle.
Yeah.
Because you're going to continually, as you grow and change, be put into situations that you've never been in before.
Yeah.
And it's very important that you be able to adapt and grow and talk about and communicate about those situations and express your insecurities and anxieties and doubts with each other. And if you can't, then you're going to run into issues.
Yeah. And definitely having a healthy way to express and kind of just talk about your emotions. Like I said, I struggle. I'm, trying to get over that hump. Therapy is expensive. I just kind of try to work on myself and kind of reparent and heal myself from basically childhood. Because, I didn't grow up in a family, in an environment where you could express anything but your happiness, which eventually we were either happy or we were screaming at each other. So that was literally the only way that we expressed each other. There was no in between, there was no frustration, there was no going to someone and saying, this is how I feel this day, because it was all dismissed. So just as a grown woman, as a wife, someone who wants to mother children and just be a good person all in all, I'm going through my own personal journey, but I'm also here with my wife who's telling me, we're in this together. And that's just kind of, I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it's just the compromises that we've had to make, changes we've had to make, and just bettering ourselves and bettering our relationship. Even though it has been 8 years, you still have to find ways to.
Progress is a process.
Exactly. It's not. It's not
something that comes overnight. We've worked a lot on a lot of different things as we've grown. Because as I've said before, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but we grew up together.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, at 21, a lot of adults will tell you that you're still a child. You are.
Yeah, it's true.
We were working. We had cars. We had,
money,
things. We had
responsibilities,
money.
And
but
still
we were kids.
Yeah.
So we've grown past a lot of things together. We've figured out a lot of things together, and we're still doing that. Mm-hmm. But you have to be willing to do that.
Yeah.
If you, I don't know how old some of you guys may be, but if you're 30, let's say, because that's the average age of us,
Yeah.
If you're 30, do you think that where you are right now, you would be able to handle that place when you were 21 or 18? Probably not.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that you're the exact same person that you were 10 years ago. And if you are, it's probably why you're single, sis. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's important. It's important to be willing to change, because something that I noticed, just us being together as long as we have, from the ages that we have been together, is that a lot of people that were with good partners at the time they're not together anymore. And the reason why is because they weren't willing to change to and for each other together. But if you're gonna break up with somebody that you say you love with all your heart, just so that you can change on your own anyway, I've never been a fan of that thing in movies where it's like,
just taking a break.
We have to, or no, like, you found the love of your life at 22, but you had to break up with them so that you could change on your own and then get back together with them when you were fixed.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
If the love of your life can't help you grow and be better, who can?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to say that that's everybody's path, but what I'm saying is that it could be more people's path if they were willing to be honest with themselves and admit that they did need to change. Yeah. The favorite thing that I hear, especially black women, say all the time is, I'm not gonna change for no man. But sis, you need to change. That's why you ain't got no man.
Yeah.
It's toxic. I'm not telling you to compromise any of your morals to be with somebody. What I'm telling you is that if you have toxic traits alone, they're going to be toxic in your relationship.
Exactly.
So why should any partner, man, woman, non-binary person, put up with your shit? Can you explain that to me? Because I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Why? Why should they? They shouldn't. They shouldn't have to. You should want to be the best person, the best version of yourself that you could be for the person that you say that you're in love with and want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah. That was actually my affirmation today. Today I'm the best version of myself. Tomorrow I'll be better. And I agree with everything you're saying. When you love someone, you don't want to sacrifice your morals, your core values for them. But to have enough sense to change things about that you probably, if you were going to be honest, don't even like about yourself, to change that so that your relationship works better and you're happier and your partner's also happier, it just makes sense to me, which is why I'm continually trying to do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's where we are with that. So I mean, that's our take on it. Y'all can hit us up on social media to have a conversation about it.
Definitely.
We love to see the comments and discuss with you guys what's going on. But this is where we are. We've come out of something on the other side of it, and we're going to be better for it. We've grown.
Yeah. And you never want to be like, oh, I'm glad we had that struggle or obstacle, but I almost am, because it's helped put things in perspective for me and just kind of helped me refocus on things that matter and move forward on a better foot, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm glad we had the conversation. Didn't know it needed to be had, but obviously it did. And now everything's out in the open, and we can honestly discuss the things going on in our lives. So,
it's good stuff.
We're better for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anywho,
that's it for the day, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes. Feel free to hit us up on Instagram at Wifey, the letter N, Wifey. We also post the videos of these episodes on YouTube along with, other fun videos. We just did a really fun 20 questions and would you rather. So check out that. Also, make sure you're leaving reviews and thumbs ups and whatever you can on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. You can also donate to us at buymeacoffee.com/wifey, the letter N, Wifey, for as little as $1. You can maybe buy some coloring books for these kids so they might be quiet while we're podcasting. Because I know y'all hear them. Wifey is shaking her head like it's not happening. Probably not. But anyways, thanks for riding with us. Thanks for, letting us come to you and bearing our hearts.
And we are Wifey.
And Wifey.
Catch you later.
Peace. Yeah.